Hello, everyone. My name is Sabah Mirza, and I'm a Director of Product Marketing here at Automation Anywhere. I'd like to welcome you to today's episode of AA Illustrates with the Work From Home edition, where I have some special co-hosts with me today.
Hi everyone, I'm Zaina. I'm 11 years old and I'm in 6th grade.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm 10 years old and I'm in 4th grade.
And as you can see, the lines of work and home are blurring today. In these days that we are working from home, a lot of us out there due to COVID-19. And speaking of COVID-19 and the novel coronavirus, I want to take a moment just to thank everyone who's out there on the front lines, from healthcare workers to those that are in the stores to make sure that things are stocked up. We appreciate everything you're doing, and we hope that we'll get past this soon enough. But today I do have these two here with me because we have a special topic that we're going to be covering, and that is automation or RPA for kids. We will have Krish Patel, who is one of my colleagues, and her family join us as they were the inspiration for today's episode. But before we get into the topic of what we're going to cover today, let me see here. Let us talk about what AA Illustrates is. So it's a live interactive social session. This is designed to help our community, which is all of you out there watching, to help you learn more about Automation Anywhere products, but also to give you ideas of what to do in terms of building bots, get you more familiar with what's happening out there in the world of RPA, robotic process automation, and anything that has to do with intelligent automation as well. So if you have other ideas or content that you're looking for, please contact us by submitting your feedback below in the comments section, or you can reach out to me as well here on LinkedIn. And then if you do have questions throughout this session, you can submit them below in the comment section, and our Automation Anywhere colleagues will help us to respond to the questions, and we hope to get to everything by the end of this session. Otherwise, we'll follow up shortly afterward. And today's session is about RPA bot building for kids, and it was inspired by my coworker, Krish Patel, and her family that were trying to solve a challenge that they were having in their family, and which they will talk about themselves. But when we wrote this blog, I had so many people reach out to me personally, whether it was here on LinkedIn with private messages or sending me emails, wanting to learn more about what Krish and family did. And now, so we're going to get into their experience, but if you're joining us for the first time, I would suggest that you search for hashtag AA Illustrates and take a look at some of the other episodes where we've covered basics like what is RPA, so RPA 101, what is Community Edition, how to build a basic bot, and more episodes that are there so you can get caught up to speed. Today's episode is going to be focused on what Krish and her family did and with building bots, and they will be showcasing their bots. So with that, let me introduce to you our special guests, Krish Patel and her family. And you guys can go ahead and unmute yourselves so you can introduce yourselves, please. I'm going to unmute you.
Hello, I'm Kahan. I'm twins' dad.
Hi guys, Krish Patel here. I'm the mom of the twins, and I'm also part of the customer success management team at Automation Anywhere. And here are my twins.
Hello, my name is Kahan. I'm 11 years old in 6th grade at Oland Elementary School.
Hi, I'm Khushi Patel. I'm 11 years old in 6th grade, and I also go to Oland Elementary.
Yes, thank you guys so much for joining us. The K Quad. All of their names start with K, so they call themselves the K Quad. Thanks for joining us today and sharing your experience. Krish, before we start to actually get the kids to take over, can you tell me a little bit about what a customer success or what the customer success team at Automation Anywhere does?
Yeah, thanks, Abba, for having us. The customer success management team is actually, our role is to be the trusted strategic partner with our clients. And we're actually their voice and their advocates within our organization. What we do is to really help them maximize their RPA investment within our company, and also together have a win-win situation so that we can all successfully achieve our company outcomes and goals.
So I can imagine that that is a pretty you know busy role and takes up a lot of your time. And I know Keithan, you guys are both working parents, and then you have twins that are both in sixth grade. That's a lot for going on in the family. So how do you balance everything?
It is tough. It's totally tough. I mean, especially these days, everybody's working out of the house. So, you kind of have to really just value each other's time, be there for things that are needed, and just juggle. Like, I'm sure we're all doing it very tightly from the one place today.
Yeah, great. So then that brings me to, you guys were having a challenge in the family with keeping up with things going on. So Kahan and Kushi, can you talk about what led you to start building a bot?
So it came up at dinner when me and Kushi both asked our parents, did you guys see our state test results for basketball? And both of them said no. We couldn't. We had trouble logging in, and when we finally did log in, we couldn't find the exact score. So then my mom gave us an idea to make a bot from her company software that could help her and my dad do this task easierly.
Great. Do you guys have questions for Kahan and Kushi?
Yeah. Can you explain what you mean by bot?
A
What
bot
is
is
a
a
bot?
software. A bot is a software program that is used to automate tasks. These tasks are boring and repetitive.
So how did you get started in building your bot?
So we basically first understood the manual steps that we wanted to automate and made like a flow. Then we learned a little bit what some features were and how to use them.
Was it hard to build your bot?
It wasn't that hard except for places where we needed to know what the feature did and where to put the feature. But so to solve this, we went online and we looked at Micah's tutorials, and that really helped us know what these features did. And the best part of looking at those tutorials were that we also saw new things, such as the record capture, which was my favorite because it was like it had like a game like experience, and it tracked your steps that you did on your computer and put it into code without actually writing code.
Great.
Does your bot have a name?
Yes, our bot has a name. It's named after the Harry Potter book series, and the Aries Parent Portal bot is called Dumbledore.
Nice. Why did you name it Dumbledore?
I don't know. We just chose to name it Dumbledore.
Okay, because it's the bot that does everything.
Can you show us your bot and what it does, how it works?
Yes, I will share my screen now. So now I'm gonna log into the control room. I'm gonna go to my bots. Go to the Aries bot. And look at this in dual view, and I'm now gonna run it.
Can you describe what's happening now?
It's downloading dependencies
to the computer, so it knows which tab to go to and how to go there.
Now it's opening Aries and Aries Parent Portal and signing in.
Now it's going to put the email address, now the password.
And the bot is doing all of this right now, right?
Yes. Now it's going to go to my grade. Now it took a screenshot, and now it's going to go
to Outlook and send it to my mom and dad.
So first it's going to sign in to Outlook. It's going to put in the email address and now the password. And now it's going to send an email to them. And we will go back now to see if it ran successfully. And
Oh, there we go. Success. Great. That looks great, guys. Can we look at some of the parts of the bot?
yes. So there's basically three main like features or applications in this. The open program file, which is the same as like launch website, and the record capture, and the email send. These basically did this. These three basically did the main job of like going to the browser, doing all the steps, and sending it.
And then you said the recorder capture feature was your favorite. Can you give us a little bit more of why that is and how that works?
So it basically works like basically you just go to a tab you want to go to, and you press one click, and it basically takes that and puts it in its system, and then when you run the bot, it does that.
Great. And then
It
I know
has
you were
like
Go ahead.
it has like a game-like experience of doing it.
So did you find that it was similar to any games you guys have played before or where you're building things?
Yeah, Minecraft and a little bit of Fortnite.
Okay, so that helped you a little bit get a head start. So you weren't, when you started using this, it didn't seem so difficult to start, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay. And then, so the bot, you've put in the password. So the bot remembers the password, right? So no, your parents don't have to think about what it is anymore.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I love that part. It makes it so much easier not navigating through multiple screens or remembering passwords. And the best part is I don't have to do all those clicks. It just captures it, sends me an email, and all I have to do is take that screenshot. And in Kahan's case, it was required for him that because he plays club basketball, so they needed his state scores for that. And it was such an easy send button for me.
Great.
Are you working on any other bots?
Yeah, we're currently in the process of making the COVID-19 bot, and we finished the email bot, which is a meta bot. The email bot, we called it Hedwig because in Harry Potter, Hedwig sends messages just like our bot does. And the COVID-19 bot, we called it the Sorcerer because it goes to different websites and grabs information, sources, and puts it together.
That's cool. Kahan and Khushi, could you mind sharing your screen again and showing us what those bots are looking like? I know that
Yes.
COVID-19 bot is still under construction, but it would be great for our viewers to see what they look like.
Okay, now I'm gonna go back to my bots. So I'm gonna go to the email bot first. And we're gonna say the message, stay home, stay safe. Okay, and now we're gonna apply that. We're gonna save it. And now we're gonna run it. So it's gonna connect to my email first. Then it's gonna send the email. Then it's gonna disconnect from the email server.
And
So right now it's down.
To build this bot, did you guys, I see here that I see the different icons. So did you use drag and drop here, and how easy or hard was that?
It was easy because we just had to go to the email action and just add the feature.
Here's the message it just sent.
So now we're gonna close
Can you
this.
test it and see if it showed up in the email? Oh,
Yes. Stay home, stay safe.
oh, awesome. Very good. And then, so what's really interesting to me, especially at this time, or I think probably to our viewers, because everyone's trying to figure out how can we help in, the COVID-19, situation. There's so many things that people can do. And you mentioned that you're building a bot. So can we see that and what you're planning to do with that one?
Yeah, sure. So now I'm going to virus bot, and So I'm gonna run it now. So it's gonna basically launch the website of some sources that like get coronavirus information, and it's gonna capture that information, and it's gonna send an email. But we're still trying to send the email.
Okay, so in this case, for instance, in the US, that's the CDC, which is the authority on all the details that are happening with coronavirus. So sources like that, right?
Yeah, so it's gonna take like this box, like right here. It took this box, this cases reported in the U.S. by the source, and we're trying to get more sources like this, and we're trying to put them all together to see by how many sources and what their like numbers are.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that could be very helpful. And so then people don't have to themselves go to different sources or try to figure out what's going on out there. That's really, really great and very useful that you're doing that. And so is this something that you're working on as you have spare time now that you're at home?
Yeah.
Great. Anything else that you want to show us in your bots?
No.
Okay, and then Khushi, you said that the bot that you guys had, that first bot you showed us, it was called Dumbledore. Did the others and then there was can you tell us the names again of your bots? And maybe
Dumbledore, Hedwig, and Sorcerer.
Yeah, so you can get creative in naming the bots as well, right? Thank you very much, guys. Do you have any other questions for these guys? You can stop sharing your screen now. Thank you.
What tools and software did you need for the bot?
All we needed to build this bot was a PC computer and Automation Anywhere Community Edition software.
What advice do you have for kids about building bots?
So, me and my friends spend a lot of time gaming and using our screen time that way. My advice would be with the world of technology, we could use this time to build a bot and get an additional skill that we could use in the future.
Oh, very nice. And I know that the digital helper bot or the Dumbledore bot that you have, can you tell us about what that poster is behind you? And then also, I know you guys were selected to be at a very cool technology fair for kids that is a national fair that is called Coolest Projects USA. Can you tell us about your experience with that and what did you learn there and what was the experience showing your bot over there?
We showed our bot and we told people about RPA and AI, what we learned while making these bots.
The Coolest Projects was a good way to see what other people had and what other people's creativity is in technology for the future.
Great. And then Krish and Ketan, how has the having this Dumbledore or digital helper or digital parent helper bot that the twins created to log in and all of that stuff, how has that made a difference for you guys?
Yeah, for me, I think it's really good because we're in that stage where life is right now is all about technology and getting into this digital age of things, and we just have to acknowledge that media is now another environment for our kids. Just converting the screen time and into a learning digital tech world which is going to help them with future skills is really important. I also feel that it doesn't have to be alone time on a gadget. This face-to-face communication can happen, and I really appreciate that RPA has given that to us, because while I worked with the kids so that they could learn about building a bot, I really got to understand how they interacted and what their thought process was, and we had some meaningful conversations. Just helping coach them through the process was very interactive. And especially the tool's really easy to use. I think, Kay, for you,
I love the bot as I do not have to remember my password and I can download multiple apps.
Excellent. So before we sign off, let's just go through how anyone else, you as if you're a parent out there watching, or if you are a kid, what you can do to get started. So they showed you Community Edition, and this is our free RPA and digital workforce platform available online. You can go to automationanywhere.com and sign up for a free Community Edition account. You will get your credentials emailed to you. You can, if you have access to a mobile device, that you can take a snapshot of that QR code. And then we have Automation Anywhere University and our A People community. So I know the twins, you said that you watched videos from one of our colleagues, Micah Smith, online, but then also you looked at some courses on Automation Anywhere University. Is that right?
Yes.
Yep. And so those are, again, it's just a visual-based learning, so it's ideal for kids. They can sit there and it's interactive. They can learn to build a bot as they're watching that. And then A People is our community of RPA professionals. So if you're a parent out there and maybe you guys are doing this together as with your kids, and you get stuck somewhere, or don't know how a certain feature works, or need some ideas, you can go to our A People community, and one of our community members will help you out and respond to your question within a day. So with that, we hope that everyone is out there being safe and can take advantage of this extra time that you have and learn a new skill, whether you're a 6th grader or whether you're an adult. I think this is something, as you can see, that building bots doesn't have to be overly complicated. Even simple things can just make a huge difference in your life. With that, do you guys have any final words, twins out there?
I just want to say thank you and be safe, everyone out there.
Yeah, thanks so much, and so happy to be part of a company that's built automation in the cloud so that anyone, anywhere can really benefit from it.
Great, thank you so much, Krish, Ketan, Kahan, and Khushi, the K-Quad, and I want to thank my special co-hosts, Zaina and Danielle.
Thanks, kids.
Thank you both, kids.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
thank you all for joining us today out there who's watching, and we look forward to seeing you again in future AAI Illustrates conversations. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.